This is Mrs. G, your favorite auntie, and I hope that you guys are just enjoying your day after Memorial Day. And again, thank you all for your service, for all the servicemen and women. God bless you. Now let's see who we got in the house today. Let's see, y'all. We're gonna have a good one today, y'all. Anyway, y'all, we ain't gonna as old folks say, we ain't gonna prolong the time. Y'all see, Creators Corner is where we're blending humor, wisdom, and practical advice for creators ready to thrive. And we have a magnificent guest gonna be popping up with us today. It's gonna be just like a little, sister chat. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna talk about all things YouTube, honey, because Tiff has been making her ways in the YouTube streets, honey. Yes, she has. She's been making waves in the YouTube street. She's one of those great minds who don't mind. She don't mind deep dive. She'll go behind the scenes and find us stuff. See, Miss G, she be like surface level. See, Miss G let everybody else do all the hard work. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, y'all, let's welcome Miss Tiffany from Tiff's Take to the stage. What's going on, my girl Tiff? Woo! I need to have me some
Hi, Auntie. Woo woo.
Hello, my darling.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, listen, Tiff. Now you know what, baby. We done, honey. I'm just glad to finally get you, honey. Because you know what, honey, I've been digging here, digging there, trying to scratch up everything, trying to get my baby girl. Like, I got to get Tiff. I got to pick her brain.
Well, thank you for your persistence. I'm horrible with my emails. I was like, God, I just need to give her my cell phone number.
I started exactly. So let me just get this beautiful lady. Let me get her my number so she can call me because I need to get in touch with her. But you did. You answered the call, and I want to say again, thank you so much. I'm gonna be very respectful of your time. Because listen, I don't know if you got some days off. You told me you had some days off, right?
Yes, ma'am. I had 5 days off, but I go back tomorrow, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness, my goodness. Now let me ask you this real quick, Tiff. Now I know you mentioned, I saw you talking about it on one of your lives. You mentioned that they were having the YouTube creators shindig in Atlanta. Did that still happen?
They did have it in Atlanta. I didn't get to go. It was on the 14th. Like, it just didn't make sense financially from the airline standpoint. It was just ridiculous. So I didn't get to go, but they did still have it. And then there are more that will be upcoming. Like, I saw that there was one in New York. They had one in California. So I'm still looking forward to one coming to Colorado. I know that they have some events that will be upcoming in like the October, September timeframe. But you guys know me, I am super nosy. So as soon as I see one up and coming, I will make sure everybody knows.
I love that. I love that about you. Listen, Tiff, if it's anything dealing with YouTube, baby, you're going to get your nose down in there and you're going to find out. And what I love about you, yes, you are not one of those old uppity gatekeeping folks. You know what I'm talking about? You find out something. No, you find out something. You don't like let us know what's going on. I love that about you, honey. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's why I say I gotta pick your brain, baby. So look, Miss G ain't gonna be running her mouth that much tonight. So we're gonna open the floor and let Miss Tiff do all the talking tonight. So I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all got y'all your pens and paper and everything ready. Cause we ain't finna have no snack. We finna have a whole meal. Cause Miss Tiff gonna bring it to us straight. She gonna be a straight shooter. Let us know what's going on. So Tiff, so I'm gonna leave it open to you. Give the floor to you and just kind of tell us, the viewers and anybody that may not know about Tiff. Let's tell us who Tiff is, and let's just put it on out there, Tiff.
My name is Tiffany, and I started my channel about a year ago, a little over a year ago. It was around January 15th. So it was a couple of days before my birthday that I posted my first video. And it was interesting because most people would be like, well, why would you do that? So I had just gotten a promotion, and it was literally my first week in my new position with my company. And I've been at my company for 26 years. So I've done everything from customer service to technical support, installing servers, sales, marketing, and now here recently construction. I helped to build stores. So I've done,
No. What?
yeah.
I can see you
Yes.
now, girl, with your little hard hat on.
I love it too. I love it being out there with the guys and in the thick of things with my pink measuring tape. Yes, I'm all about it.
Gotta be pink. Yes, yes. Gotta be pink. Gotta be pretty.
So on top of that, I also do all the procurement. So I do all of the budget, I manage all of the vendors, all of that.
Okay.
And a couple of years ago, right before I had started in my new role, something happened at my company where they laid everyone off. Even I got laid off for about 15 minutes. Okay. So it was kind of crazy. I got laid off for 15 minutes and then HR had a conference call with me and they're like, no, we didn't mean to lay you off. That was an accident.
Wait a minute, Tiff. Hold on, girl.
Yeah.
Who gets laid off by accident? What you say?
I
You
didn't
special.
say, I didn't say what I should have said, but by the grace of God, when everyone's doors had been closed, my door remained open.
Okay.
So I remained grateful instead of angry at the situation. And so I continued to strive through it. But there were people that I had worked with for 20 years, 25 years, and it was because of them that I had gotten to the place where I was. I mean, obviously because of me, but with the help of others, I was able to climb the corporate ladder and be where I was, you know, and where I am today. So to see, I mean, literally the entire company laid off and me be about 5 of 350 to 400 people that were left over. It was an honor, but it was also disheartening. And it made me start to think about security because I had always felt secure. Even though I had gone through lots of mergers, with every merger, I always was able to stay with the company, and I was always able to grow. So even though I had security, I started to think about, was it really true? Was it a false insecurity? Hold on, let me tell my dog to be quiet. I have a Chihuahua or a Pomeranian, and she's, you know, feisty. Dr. Ninja Turtle knows.
Oh, he knows. Definitely.
But I started feeling a little bit insecure. And so I said, well, this is something that I've always been interested in. I enjoyed working with the social media influencers. I enjoyed hiring them, but I was always on the corporate side of it and never on the influencer side of it. So I said, hey, I am going to start a YouTube page. And at that point, I was 49 years old. So I said, I'm going to
wait a minute. You are not. You listen. First of all, I don't believe you. What I said. I did this video. I said, folks need to quit lying about their age. You are not.
February 9th, 1976.
Oh yes. My gosh, you look gorgeous. No way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So I turned 50 in February, and my goal was I wanted to get monetized on YouTube by the time I was 50 years old. So that's, you know, kind of what I set out to do. And I don't care what anybody says. I was totally in it for the money. I am still in it for the money. Because like I said, I've, you know, spent money with them. I've spent money with YouTube. I've bought advertiser space on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and all and all of the social media. So I know how much dollars goes into it, and I know how heavily invested companies are when it comes to social media influencers and how products really do rely on people pushing them and not just the brand. Commercials cost so much money for a 30-second spot, but you
Right.
can get that same 60-second spot from a influencer. And really, it's all about the power of negotiations. All of them for $1 million, and some as low as
Oh, you're breaking it up just a little bit.
$25 a post. Are we still there? I felt like we disconnected a little.
Yeah, sorry, we're breaking up just a little bit. But I hear you. I see you now. It was just a little bit of a glitch there, like a little bit of a breakup. But I still hear you.
Okay, yeah, I saw it like flash a little bit. But yeah, so I just wanted to be able to kind of take the power into my own hands and see if I could be a social media influencer, not just for myself, but for the purposes of actually being able to start an agency, and to be able to help other people that are looking at becoming social media influencers follow the right steps in order for them to gain success.
Wow, you are just a little powerhouse. You know, they say big things come in small packages, honey. But listen, you are a powerhouse.
I'm trying to be.
Yes, doing so many things. Tiff, can you still hear me?
Sweetheart. Yes, I can still hear you. Hi, Miss
Okay.
Paula, sweetheart, Miss Candy K, all day.
Candy K all day. Hey, listen, I ain't see you, Candy K. Hello, my friend. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Listen, Tiff has been on plenty of panels. I've seen her on so many different panels with different people. I seen you over, I think, with Elevated Chills. I seen you hanging out with Miss Candy K. I think I seen you hang out with Candy K. I've seen you hanging out a little bit with Tina Mo for sure. I just see you everywhere. I see you everywhere.
I learned from the best. That's probably Stash Cash, who taught me how to, run around in these little YouTube streets. I haven't had the opportunity to grace the screen with Miss Candy K. I've been in her chat very heavily, but I haven't had the opportunity to jump on with her. But one day I will. I know that she has the open content creator chats where people can jump on, and she uses her platform in order to allow other content creators to grow and to speak and to share their perspective. So one day I will definitely be jumping on her creator corner. I have been on with another young lady, YouTube Over 40. She was my actual very first
Karen
panel, or Karen. She was my very, very first, and we were talking all about AI, because I use a ton of AI, and it was refreshing to find similar, not only like-minded people, but in the similar age category that were embracing AI. So I learned a lot from Miss Karen.
Oh wow! I have yet to get Karen too. I say a lot of the content creators that I see, they have like brilliant minds, because they're doing big things. I'm like, well, why are these channels? Why are their channels not really blowing up yet? I see it coming. That's why I say I knew that really feel like you're an up and coming rising star. I say star, but you know what I'm saying. I really see you because you give a lot of good information. Kenny K is another one that digs deep. She finds all these behind the scenes stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't mind digging deep. I be doing a little surface stuff. Like I said, I let y'all do all the hard work. but I've learned so much with so many people. And Karen is one of those ladies that I say she often has other people on the panels. I'm like, Karen, you need to concentrate on your own stuff. But she's just great. She's good at promoting other people, and I love that about her. I love that about communication. You know what I'm saying? I just really love that about people when they're like that, not trying to gatekeep and not trying to be, you know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, that's my little spiel on
I do
communication.
not believe in gatekeeping. She's great.
She is. And this is another lady, the boss. Well, first of all, let me shout out. Let me say thank you so much to Sweetheart. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. I see you. I'm trying not to interrupt my guest as he's speaking, but thank you so much, guys. If we're not, don't think that chats are going unnoticed. But when we get the flow to the guests, you want them to be able to flow. You know what I'm saying, y'all? We looking at y'all checks, and I appreciate y'all. So if I don't shout out saying what you guys are saying, just know Miss Jane ignoring y'all, okay? Well, blessings, y'all. Welcome in, the Boss Way. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much. Welcome in, King Nero. Thank you for coming in. Welcome in. Blessings. All right, back to you, Miss Tiff. Back to you, my dear. He said he in the Zoom meeting. Simone, darling, welcome in, Simone. How are you? Welcome in. All right, guys. I don't know if I'm burping. I feel like we're lagging. I don't know, but it feels a little off here. I'm hoping I'm not lagging too much. I don't know, because I'm not able to like put my headphones on in here. But I got my guest, my cohort over here. She's supposed to be letting me know what's going on. So Tiff has given me some great backgrounds about her, some information about how she's been out there in the construction with a little cute peak tape measure at her little cute peak. I can see her out there now. So she's giving us a little information about what she does outside of YouTube, because baby, we all got lives outside of YouTube. You know what I'm talking about? So now I really want to talk about, now you mentioned, I see in one of your in your description, you say let me say it different, right? You say I want to get on that yet. You say you're not a YouTube guru, right? And that you're in the trenches with us, right? You die in the trenches with us. And I love that about you. Now, what trench were you crawling out of, so to speak, when you decided, you know what, let me go ahead and start this channel? So what was your motivation to start the channel? You might have touched on that a little bit, but if you could dig a little bit deeper, what made you decide?
I really like I said, I'm 50 years old and I have 2 9-year-olds, which is not very conventional. I mean, I know Bossy, she got a whole bunch of kids, so can't even say that 2 is crazy because she has a ton. But it's a lot. And it's crazy because I was always, for 20 years, I was a remote employee. And right after the big C9er, that is when my company ended up getting purchased by another company, which happened to be headquartered here in Colorado. And due to that, after I gave birth, literally, when the kids were about to turn 5 years old and go to kindergarten, like 3 months before they were about to go to kindergarten, I was told that I had to report to the office. And not only that.
Wait a minute, Tiff. Listen, let me make sure I heard you right. Did you say you had twins? Is that what I heard?
Okay, so it's funny. I don't have twins.
Okay.
But I have my granddaughter, who is 9 years old, and I have my son.
Okay.
Now, not a funny story, but I was pregnant in 2017 when my daughter's life was taken from her, and she had just had a baby. So my granddaughter at that time was 3 months old. So I gave birth to my son when my granddaughter was 3 months. Okay. And so literally they're like exactly 9 months apart. I call them my Irish twins, because they're both in the 3rd grade together. They'll both graduate high school together, and they both act like an old married couple together. All they do is bicker. And I know that God, gave me him for her so that she didn't have to be alone. I didn't know it at that time. But then me getting called in to the office and commuting an hour to work, an hour back from work, it just kind of seemed a little bit unfair to them because I don't get to participate in a lot of their school stuff. I don't get to hang out with them. You know, I feel like I have to be the person that's always whipping the whip. Like even right now, it's their summer vacation, but instead of them being able to kind of sleep in, go outside and play, like they've literally been outside playing all day with the neighbors. But tomorrow that will completely change because they're going to have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning still. They're still going to have to go to daycare, and they're not going to just be able to enjoy home. They're still not going to get home until late. They still have to go to bed early. You know, there's not really them just being able to stay up and enjoy the summer and be kids. And I don't want to continue to have to pay for somebody else to hang out with my kids, you know, and get the best versions of them, which is the version right now when they're excited to hang out with me. They think I'm cool, you know, like we went to the movies the other day. We went and saw Michael Jackson. We snuck in candy, you know, so it was good times and they loved it. And that's what I want for them to have more of, is more of me not being tired. You know, the house is completely clean. I love that. I miss being able to have a completely clean house, being able to have dinner prepared. Like today, you know, and all week I've been able to prepare dinner. We've been able to sit down at the table and eat together and do things that we haven't been able to do or that we don't get to do often. So, you know, that was really a point of it, is I want to be able to find a different way to replace my income. I don't have to replace my entire income, but I know what I need to make in order for me to be able to stay at home. I know how much I'm spending in gas. I know that I'm spending just alone for the summer, $8,500 for daycare. You know, it's ridiculous. I can't even afford. Yeah, that's just for the summer. Yeah, and not even talking about before and after school care. I mean, at a certain point, am I just working to pay daycare? Because I claimed just even this year, $18,950 in childcare.
Woo, my God.
Childcare. And I don't get earned income credit. So if I'm not getting my money back and I don't get earned income credit, it's just money that's out of my pocket,
Yeah. Oh my God. That is absolutely crazy. Oh my God. I can't even imagine that kind of money coming out. That's why, you know, I'm so glad the babysitting days is over and all my kids are grown, and I do have grandchildren, but they're away sort of. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? But if they need it, thank God. Thank God.
And my mom, oh my goodness. Bless my little mom's heart. My mom, she passed away a couple of years ago, and at the age of 95.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, at 90 years old, this woman was like, I'll watch them. I'm like, there's no way you are going to watch these two 4-year-olds. There's like no way. When they were little though, 87, 88, my mom was keeping them. 2-year-olds, she got them potty trained for me. You know, grandma was in it. But once, you know, grandma couldn't do it and I had to see that she couldn't do it, it sucked, you know? So it's just me and my husband, you know? So yeah, we have to just do it.
Wow. Listen, guys, I want to shout out. Thank you, Anthony. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming in, Anthony. Thank you, sweetheart, for the memberships. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. just blessings. As I said, I don't want to interrupt the guest when she's speaking, but thank you so much, everybody. Miss Kenny K says that you're looking gorgeous, Tiff. And she said that I look pretty good in my red too. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you, Kenny K. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all. But I don't want to be interrupting too much. So that's why I see the chats pop up. The boss word says, wow, 95. That's some longevity right there. Your mom, 95, so that's definitely some longevity. I guess that's where you get your good looks from, baby, and your ageless features from your mom, because you look absolutely
thank you.
Yes, you do, absolutely gorgeous. So Tiffany, Anthony says, Tiffany, I hope you're doing well. So she's doing well, Anthony. You see how pretty she is up there on that panel. She's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Oh, Anthony, let me tell you. Okay, so side note, I bought you a gift today. And I was going to email you so that I can figure out how to send it to you. I was in Starbucks today and they had this really pretty green, emerald green cup with 1971. And last night, I know that you said that you were born in 1971 because I mentioned that, hey, you got me just by 5 years. And that cup was so pretty that I thought of you, Anthony, and I bought you this cup just because it says 1971. So
Aww.
I am going to be emailing you so that I can send you this cup.
I love it. I love it. That's amazing. That's all right. See, that's what I'm saying. So I like when people have that kind of heart, the giving heart. You see something, you're like, that would be just right for so and so and so, and you do it. That's a blessing. That's just so sweet. Anthony, you heard her now. You heard what Miss Tiff said. She got you a 1971 cup. So that means that you are 1 year younger. Well, I ain't gonna keep talking about. I can't even put other folks' age out. I can tell folks how old I am, but that's all right, Anthony. That's all right. I like it. I like it. But anyway, so I just want to make sure. Anthony said, look what Anthony said. Look what he said. He said he feels special.
You are special, Anthony. You are. I love listening to Music Mondays with you and Corey. You're an inspiration. I love that you are outside of the box. You don't sway in the same direction as everyone else, and you have your own opinion, and you are boisterous about it. And you're not mean about it. So yeah, I boisterous. Literally, you had just said it last night on Music Monday, and I saw it today, and I grabbed it. Like, I was like, I have to get it for Anthony.
I love it. I love it. Welcome in, Red's Room TV. Nephew is in the building. Hello, hello. How are you, nephew? Come through. So, guys, listen. We got Tiffany from Tiff's Takes in the building. She has been sharing us, giving us a little bit of the backdrop of her life outside of the YouTube streets, honey. And then she gave us a little sprinkle of how she decided that she really wanted to get on this YouTube, baby. She wanted to secure the bag. So that was my topic, was securing the bag. You know what I'm saying? So Tiff got some tips. Tiff really has her take on these tips about YouTube. So Tiff, I know you mentioned, because I did do my little research. I was nosing all up in your business, looking at your channel. You said that you let me get to it. Make sure I said it right. I remember you were talking about how you got flagged for some reused content, and you talked about child. You were like, now wait a minute, but then you was like, well, you know what? They might have a point. So talk us through this whole reused content thing that YouTube hit you with, and how did you handle it when you first heard about it? Like what's going on here?
Oh my God. I cried like a baby.
Did you?
I did. And I am telling you, Auntie, my YouTube partner, I would not even tell them. And I hurt their feelings. Because they were like, you don't trust me, you won't tell me. And I was like, I'm not telling you. I'm not. I cried. I was 100% just embarrassed. I could not believe it. But I knew that, if an example was to be made of someone, it was going to be made of me. I'm always the example.
Always the example.
So what had happened was.
What had happened was, talk about it, spill the tea.
You guys know, as a new content creator, we're constantly thinking about getting the watch time hours, the 4,000 watch time hours in the 365 days. And I was down to the wire. It was November. I had slept off all summer and gotten very discouraged, and I wasn't posting for months on end. And I didn't crawl myself out of this hole until October. I got inspired like during the month of September. I even did a video during the month of September. I never released it. It's like a 15-minute video of me just ranting and telling myself the reason why I'm not monetized is because I got lazy.
You gotta release the tape. Release the tapes. Red, listen, we got another one here who's got to release the tapes.
Yes, it is one of those where I'm saying, like, literally all of these content creators that I started with, and I've seen them get monetized, and I didn't get monetized. And I'm telling myself, you know, get up out of this little funk and start posting. And I learned about Vlogtober from my girl, Kiss from Jay. And I said, okay, I'm going to give this Vlogtober thing a chance. And I did Vlogtober, gained lots of hours off of Vlogtober. If you guys haven't seen my video today, I'm sharing what my numbers look like in October. I mean, I got over 100,000 views and I was able to get some watch time. But it still got down to the crunch. And that's when I started like joining the panels with Elevated and going live more so that I could increase that watch time. Because, and I'm telling you guys, I use AI a lot, and I use it even more so when it comes to my YouTube channel. Because if I can streamline these processes and make them easy, then it will be a job that I am able to continue to enjoy. You kind of feel me, and allow for me to be able to do other things. So I asked AI, what do I need to do in order for me to get these watch time? And at that time, I had like maybe 800 more watch hours that I needed. And it was telling me, hey, it's going to be a struggle, but you can do it, because I had a specific date. Now, I saw a young lady, and I'm sure a lot of us have seen her. It's funny because I just saw her the other day.
Yes,
she's back. She's back. So you know who I'm talking
I know. I said the same thing months ago.
Beauty on a budget.
Yes.
Yes.
Girl.
Okay.
Still images.
She gets dolled up. And she puts a still photo. Generally, it's her in the hallway.
In the hallway.
And she would have hundreds, sometimes thousands of people in her chat with nothing but a photo.
Yeah.
Now, this was already a monetized content creator. So I'm seeing it. And then I'm also seeing other content creators, not as large as her, but other content creators doing it as well.
Ooh, so I need everybody listen. I need everybody in the chat. Y'all listen to Tiff now, because I said this one time ago, and something similar to this. But y'all hear it from the I don't want to say no horse's mouth, because she ain't no horse. She's a beauty. Y'all hear it from Miss Tiff about what she finna say now. Y'all listen up.
Well, you know the saying. It was monkey see, monkey do.
Yes.
And monkey did it.
Monkey did it.
And I got that watch time, y'all. I'm telling you, there was some of those nighttime streams for 6 and 7 hours where I was getting 100 watch time hours. And I was like, yes. Okay. So when I got all of my hours, I was super excited. Because, I mean, it came down to the wire when I got that email or, went into that urn and it said, you can now apply. So boy, I hit that button so quick to apply that I forgot to screen record it all, because you guys know I'm always down to share information, and I was going to turn it into a tutorial on step by step. This is the process for monetization. But it was 4:00 in the morning and I was chomping at the bit to do it. And it was a Friday. Okay. So I was like, okay. And so I applied, and I told my little YouTube buddy I applied. And it's funny because my YouTube buddy had just started their page too, and they got their email the exact same day. Okay. And they applied. Well, Saturday morning, they're telling me their good news. And I said, I don't want to talk.
You didn't want to talk
about it. Like, what? I don't want to talk. They're like, what's wrong? And I said, well, didn't get it, and I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to tell you why. And I didn't. And I was not, I'm telling y'all, I wasn't going to tell anybody. I was not going to say anything at all. But I was in Stash Catch's live, and he was talking about some silent thing or whatever, and I didn't know exactly what he was talking about, but I knew what I had just gotten hit for. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I don't want for other people to do this, especially with the community that I'm in, because we're all trying to get monetized. And I don't want for someone to take this bad advice, because I had seen people doing it. I had even encouraged other people to do it.
Right.
So I didn't want for someone else to get the same bad news that I had gotten. So I was like, I got to do this video. And I went ahead and did the video.
Okay.
And it blew up. I mean, I was worried about a little bit of watch time hours, but I got probably 1,500 watch time hours from that video alone. It's still getting views today. 21K views, very close to 22K views. And even when I did that video, I didn't know then what I know now about what I did wrong, because it was inauthentic and repetitive content. So the inauthentic part was, it was just a picture. So it was easy peasy, even though it was a picture of me, there was no context. I wasn't talking. It was just people coming in to the stream that were supporting me. Dr. Ninja Turtle, Tina, Bossway, like you guys, y'all know, you guys were coming in there. You were supporting me so that I could get those watch time hours.
Yes.
So, and I got them, but I lost them. Now, the other thing, though, that I didn't know then was Vlogtober. Now, I know this now, and I'm sharing it because it's still impacting content creators. And when we think of repetitive content, this is the least thing that we think about. Our thumbnails. Okay.
Okay.
For Vlogtober,
say it again, Tiff, so the people in the back, they might hear you.
Our thumbnails. Okay. Templatized thumbnails is repetitive content. Now, some of them I have up, and in my video that I did today, you'll see where it's just a picture of me and it says Vlogtober day 31. All of my thumbnails were Vlogtober day 31. Like, they were all the exact same, except for it would say Vlogtober day 1, Vlogtober day 2, and so on and so on. So the only thing that I was changing was the number and then the color of the font. That was it. Now, I didn't know at that time, but even before I reapplied for monetization, I had learned during that time, and I went through and I updated all of those thumbnails. And then also, I had done some BET shorts, and they went crazy. Like, over 1 million views. Crazy.
Wow.
And I gained 1,100 subscribers just from filming the BET Awards and doing a voiceover on it. Now, what I didn't know at the time was the reason why it was reused and repetitive content is because that content belonged to Paramount. Didn't belong to me. It belonged to Paramount.
Okay.
So me, even though I'm filming it with my phone, it was repetitive. So all of those things were striking my channel. And I'm glad that there were content creators like King Explicit that pointed out to me, it's not just the sleep stream lives that are getting you in trouble. It's also your shorts. It's also your thumbnails. And if you don't believe that it's something that they're still looking at, a lot of you guys might know, some of you guys might not know. In November, my story about my daughter, or it's not my story, it's her story. A large YouTuber, his channel's name is Truth for Reality. He did a, like one of those true crime series about my daughter and what happened to her. And it's a really good series. You can watch it on his channel, or I do like a reaction to it on my channel on a live. Check it out if you want to know a little bit more context about that story. So just last week, Truth for Reality, his page was demonetized, and my heart is broken. And that's the reason why I'm sharing this, because there is nothing about his content that was reused. Like, this man spends hours putting together and pulling the stories, because I spoke with him after he did my daughter's story, because I didn't speak with him before he did it. And he said that he had tried to reach out to me, but I think that, I don't know, whatever tables got crossed, he wasn't able to contact me, but he did his due diligence and was able to find all of this information about my daughter, and he did her story. And that's what his page does. He brings light to people whose lives have been taken from them by no fault of their own, that people just don't know about, and their stories would otherwise just go unheard. So he brings, kind of gives a voice to the voiceless, and even to us families that have lost, loved ones. And so his channel got demonetized for repetitive content. And he did a video talking about why he got demonetized. And he said it was his thumbnails. Two things that he noted that he was doing. And I was going to do this, so I'm glad that he noted that he was doing it. You know how certain content creators, or we sometimes do it, we'll get a good picture of ourselves, or we sit down and we do like a couple of photo shoots where we just change our shirt, and we maybe have 2 or 3 different shirts, and we do thumbnail kind of like photo shoots. And then as we're creating our thumbnail, we go back to those same 5 or 10 images. That's what he was doing. He would blow them up. Sometimes they would be smaller, sometimes different colors, or glows around them, but it was always the same image. And then with his thumbnails, he was always using the same template, same font, same image of, 5 or 6 different array images. And then the only thing that he would change up would be kind of the title, as well as whoever's story he was talking about, they would be featured kind of on it. But it was templatized. Every thumbnail that he did. And
be careful with that.
Yes. And because AI is the first source that stops it, AI doesn't get it, and it picks up on things that maybe we just don't even notice and we don't recognize. So now when I see channels that say, I got demonetized for repetitive content, I got demonetized for inauthentic content, I instantly go and I start to look at their catalog. I look at their shorts, I look at their thumbnails, and I pull it up on my laptop so that I can get a really good view of all of their thumbnails.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can instantly see it. I can instantly see it. And I've had a couple of people that have gotten the awful letter and they're like, hey, can you look at my channel and tell me, what do you think? What content do I need to remove? What is being considered, repetitive or inauthentic? And, I've been able to just kind of take a look, and sometimes I'll go through and be like, hey, I'll just leave a comment and say, delete this, delete this, delete this. Some people don't want to delete stuff.
Right.
They want to just unlist it or mark it as privatized.
Uh-huh.
And I was doing that.
Oh.
45 days ago, before I changed my content and the way that I create content, I had somebody that actually, is a buyer and works for YouTube. And I said, hey, look at my page. My page stopped growing. And I want you to look at it and tell me what I'm doing wrong. And so they looked at it and they told me what I've been saying. A, my content was way too scattered. But even though I had hidden all of the Vlogtober stuff, even though I had hidden all of the Styled by Bezos stuff, even though I had hidden all of those YouTube shorts, the algorithm did not forget the information because it was just privatized and unlisted. So it was still there. It was still counting in my analytics. If I pulled up my analytics, it was still saying that I had over 1 million views. But that was not the case because I had gotten rid of that content. And what I actually had to do, which a lot of people don't want to do because they love the false sense of security with the numbers being up there, is I had to just delete the content, remove it from unlisted, not privatize it. I 100% deleted it.
Wow.
I backed up all of the files so that I could still have them. But I deleted them out of YouTube, and then it took about 30 days for the algorithm to reset.
Wow.
And while it was resetting, I was losing subscribers like mad crazy. But then what has now essentially happened is my channel all of a sudden started to grow. And I'm growing not only off of my videos, but if I do use shorts, I've learned how to use shorts in a more smart way so that it pushes towards my long form content and not taking the view away from my long form content. But just through those things, like in other people's experiences, I'm going to tell you guys, if you are not following at Team YouTube on X, you are missing out. There is so much good information, but that is also where everybody is going and they're posting like I got demonetized for this reason. Because that's where they actually will get a response from YouTube.
Right. That's
not going to get a good response from just in your YouTube Studio dashboard. But the Twitter page, the X page, they be all over it. They respond. And I learn a lot of information from them. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't think that it works across all different niches, a content creator who literally has a page that is about nothing but cats, okay, commented on that video and gave me some advice. And every so often, they'll pop up and they're engaged because I'm telling you, he leaves me like the longest comments on my videos. But if you read those comments, he is dropping gems. He's dropping gems and he's telling me a lot of information. sometimes when he tells me it, I've already figured it out. But he tells me a lot of information, and I implement those strategies into my channel, and they're working for me. So if I can do what somebody that has a cat channel is saying doing, but I'm doing it for my niche, then it definitely it helps. So what I'm trying to teach is something that will work for any person, any niche. Tiff's takes are not you know, we're not what would I say? We're not a respecter of persons over here at Tiff's Takes. Everybody can get it. Everybody can get the information. And the reason why is because during my time in sales, I've learned everybody has a WHIFF. And when everybody has their own WHIFM, and a WHIFM is what's in it for me. When everybody has their own WHIFM, everybody has their own system. So the way that I do something and the ingredients that I use in order to accomplish something is going to be different than the way that you do something and the ingredients that you use. And because of that, there's going to be a different outcome. So you can tell someone the secret to the recipe without giving away the secret to the sauce. Corey.
Oh yes, listen, she giving us so much good stuff, man. Y'all, I don't want to interrupt her because she's flowing, y'all. But listen, I want to welcome in Corey. I want to welcome in Winston Chronicles. Oh my God, so many new people popped in. Thank y'all so much for coming in. If you guys don't know this gorgeous lady on the panel, this is Tiff from Tiff's Take. She has an amazing channel. She digs deep into the YouTube, all the backside of YouTube stuff that you maybe a lot of us have never thought about. Maybe some of us had questions about. She's been, she went down this road before. We got several other people in the chat that were recently, going through the demonetization thing, such as Miss TT Mixed Vlog. She went through it, and so she's agreeing, she's testifying to what you're saying is true. So these thumbnails, Tiff, a lot of us, I've heard this before too, but a lot of people don't know about those thumbnails, those templates.
Yes,
they don't know about it. So that's why I said, why I said, girl, I need you to drop some gems and share some information. So Tiff is giving us a lot of information about YouTube and what she went through and how she's getting her channel back up and going. So thank y'all, everybody that's coming in, but I didn't want to interrupt her because she's on the road. So carry on.
No, you're good. I think that was it right there. Yeah.
So listen, guys, I want to leave room before we end for questions that some of you guys may have questions for Tiff that maybe she can answer. But I gotta pick a brain a little bit more before I get to the question. What's going on, Kevin? Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming through. We appreciate your time tonight. We appreciate y'all, everybody coming in. Because listen, we got a queen on the panel tonight. Y'all know what I'm saying? I mean, we've had some queens. Now, don't get me wrong. But everybody has their own different things that they bring to the creator's corner. And this lady right here, she, like I say, I've always said from the time I start watching her that she is an up and rising star, if you would, because her knowledge of YouTube is just amazing. It's phenomenal. I guess that's the right word I can say. And she's down to earth, you know what I'm saying? She gives it to you straight. She breaks it down. She knows about the strategies, all that stuff. The stuff Miss G don't even want to deal with. But Tiff know how to get it to you. She know how to get it to you. So y'all, that's what we doing. We talking about what's going on with YouTube. So y'all listen. I know I am. I'm taking notes. Because some of this stuff I heard about it. But it's different when it comes with somebody who's been through it. You know what I'm talking about? So Tiff been through it, so she can share some light on some things. So Tiff, let me see. I got some questions. I want to ask. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me see. I want to answer that question first. Let's talk about this. Let me ask you this. How do you navigate through these YouTube streets after you done had this situation with dealing with monetization and not wanting to share what happened to you? You were feeling some type of way. You ain't want to talk about it. So how do you maintain a good mindset and not just be like, man, I don't even care no more, man. This thing I'm doing this and this ain't where I'm just tired. How do you keep that motivation? How do you keep going? Let's not want to just give up. Ah, speak to that thing.
Let's see.
Yes, girl, I don't quit so many times it don't make no sense. Every time I look around, I'm quitting. I quit.
I think that it's because I know I've been wanting to quit a lot, but I've stayed. Well, what the word of the week has been consistency. And really, it was I had to stop comparing myself to other people. Everybody's journey is different on YouTube. And instead of comparing myself to other content creators, I decided to start learning from other content creators. So when I am in the YouTube streets or I am looking at people's pages, I literally look at everything. And a lot of times when people are live, I am definitely one of those people that kind of chill in the bushes. Hi, Crystal. And it's because I like to listen. I'm always busy. I believe in multitasking. So I'm going to put on my headsets. I'm going to, cue up my playlist, and I'm a person that's going to listen to your videos from beginning to end because I'm 90% of the time not by my phone when I'm listening to your videos anyway. I don't see all of the editing, you guys, but I definitely listen. And because of that, my listening skills are very good. I hear stuff that you guys share that you probably forget that you even shared when you're on live or in your videos. Like, I really pay attention to it, and I try to show up when you guys repost because I'm excited, to hear about you guys and to learn about your guys' YouTube journeys. But I also think of each and every person as a potential client. I told y'all, I'm here for the money, not, just YouTube's. And I don't want your guys' money when it comes to super chats and stuff like that. I do. But that's not the money that ultimately I'm trying to get to, because I want for all of us to get a bag. You feel me? And Tiff is just coming for, 10% of your earnings that you get from your brand deals.
Yeah.
No, seriously. I want to be there to help negotiate. You know what I'm saying? I want to be there to be a YouTube coach, so that somebody doesn't have to go through this alone.
Right.
And get discouraged. There was a point where I was kind of going through this alone. And because of that, I got really, really discouraged because I lost my buddy that I was talking to about, that I was learning from, that I could share my frustrations with. And, when that all went away, it was like I was kind of stuck and in a crunch, and I didn't want to create because I was just in it alone. Like, how people say you don't tell your friends and family that you start a YouTube page? You don't, because they don't care.
They don't care, Tiff. That's true.
It's disheartening when they don't care. You hear my family, they just come in, they just be like, she's doing nothing. My husband calls
it a real job.
He calls it playing YouTube. Are you playing YouTube again? How do you play YouTube?
They just don't get it. They just don't get it.
Right. They don't get it, but when them checks start rolling in, then they gonna get it. You feel me? They gonna get it. So I had to, get into the streets, find different people like, Kendi K and Karen and Stash Cash and Kiss from Jay, to help keep me motivated, to bounce ideas off of them, from you, Miss G. You guys keep me going, but also it's your comments. It's the frustrations. It's the videos where I see people saying my views are low. I am an analytical person. I know that everything comes down to an analytic. It just needs a little bit of tweak. And with a little bit of tweak, I can make magic. So I am using myself as a guinea pig. I'm learning, I'm doing the hard things, I'm making those hard tweaks so that I can help other people do it. And I look at your guys' pages and I sometimes say, hey, you know, if you tried to do this, maybe you'll get this outcome. But with most people, you have to show them better than you can tell them. So I'm going to lead by example, and then through that, hopefully more people will get on board.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. I mean, you just you just opened up a whole new way of thinking when I started really getting into in watching your content, because I'm always listening. You're gonna see my comments over there. You know, it's some people, you know, I watch them. You know, some people you watch. Now I'm saying I watch a lot of content creators. Now most of everybody, I'm looking at this in the chat. Now I watch your content. You know, sometimes I'm able to, like you said, sometimes I'm not able to watch it, but I'm listening. And a lot of times I can tell you what you talked about on that video. But one of my key things is because I'm learning, I really want to learn the YouTube game. And nobody has all the answers. Heck, I don't think they even got all the answers. But when you can get somebody that does allow the digging deep in the, you know, going and deep diving and getting some things in order to help you and make it plain, make it simple. Don't make it complicated, because I don't like complicated. I like the way you break things down. Just like I found out about the gems, like the Play Store gems that you get, that you can, you know what I'm saying? I forgot how you call it. But I had to go back and watch that again today, because I was like, I got some points over there. Let me go see what Tiff said, how you do that. And I watched your video again. I say, oh, there it is. So it's so many little things that you share with us, honey, that I didn't know about. So I just want to say, Tiff, what you're doing is amazing. And so many people, I really hope that a lot of people are listening, and even on the replay, that maybe some people might not be in the live now, maybe some people not watching the stream right now, but if they go back and listen, I'm sure you probably shared this on with some other content creators as well. You probably been on other panels saying some of the same things, but I just knew that I wanted the group, the community, the viewers that I'm really connected with to really see and hear this, because I knew you had a lot to share. You had some gems, and I really wanted, I don't like to say my community, because it ain't my community, baby. It's our community. I'm like Red's Room. Red's Room said it ain't mine. It's just, but I still say my community because I love them. But I really want to allow them to just to hear, you know what I'm saying? So they don't make the same mistakes. So we don't make some of the same mistakes because we learn it. And you just made it real plain, especially about them doggone thumbnails. Because a lot of people don't know about them thumbnails. So I got I'm gonna ask you a question now. No, yeah. I know this is your, you know, subject, you know, is your thoughts, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that nobody got all the answers, but from your perspective, what do you think about, because I hear this a lot. I hear people say, okay, so playlists serve a great purpose, and I know it, but how should you name your playlist? I see a lot of people name it like they're trying to get their WH. They're trying to get their WH, and they'll just slap it up there and say 4,000 WH playlist. Come on, Tim, talk about it. What you think about that? I see it all the time now.
Stop doing it. Just name your playlist.
Okay.
Content creator to content creator, we know what the purposes of a playlist is for anyway.
Right.
So if we're saying, hey, run my playlist, you should have your playlist already put together. It shouldn't matter which playlist that I run, because I might run this one, I might run this one. Have a ton of them. Give me options, because the algorithm is going to respond better when it doesn't feel like it's getting played. And when you're using certain trigger words like
come on now,
watch time, watch hours, it knows it. The algorithm is not stupid. It might not be a human, but it was trained by a ton of humans and it learns from millions of humans. And if you think that a billion-dollar industry like YouTube or Facebook is going to let us game them with a stupid word like watch time when it comes to different, playlists, you're sadly mistaken. It's just a waste of time. I think that and I can't prove it, but I think that it does more harm than good. It's just another one of those words because SEO, search engine optimization, the algorithm, it's just now learning to kind of decipher pictures. But even when you upload a video or you copy a link into AI, it knows it's reading everything. It's listening to everything. So every title that you use, it's called schematics and nodes. Okay. And I'm not going to get into it because it's like super high techy, but there's something called schematics and nodes to where certain words, the algorithm treats it like a certain way. Like everybody says C19 instead of the big ovid, we say MERT instead of ERDER, we have certain words because we know that if we say them, it triggers the algorithm. So that's the same thing with watch time, whether you're saying it or whether you're typing it. It's pointless. Just make a playlist and make sure that you make it very descriptive. I have a playlist, YouTube Studio dashboard tutorials. I started that playlist last year. And it's really when I first started, and as I was going through and learning YouTube Studio, I was doing screenshots, just kind of showing, hey, this is here, this is here. I made it a year ago. I have not put any videos into that playlist in probably 8 months. Believe it or not, here just recently, that playlist keeps coming up. Even though I am only posting 2 videos a week. In my last video, so my posting days are Tuesdays and Thursdays. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days, no videos am I posting. And in the past, if I wasn't posting, I wasn't getting views. If I didn't post a video that day, there were no views that day. But now, even though I'm not posting every day and I'm only posting 2 days a week and there's a 4-day lag, I am still getting 300 to 400 views every day. Wow. All day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. So I'm going to tell you, if you really want a Tiff's tip, if you don't know this one yet, I've said it a ton of times in people's chats. You'll start to see it happening a whole lot more. But if you want a really creative way to increase your watch time without making a long form content video, take a picture and post it on your community post.
Y'all heard it.
So this is a new thing, you guys. It's a new thing. And you'll see in your YouTube Studio dashboard, when you go into your analytics and you're looking at your viewed content, a community post that includes a picture now is in your watch time hours. So you will see that those views are now being counted. I don't know yet what the whole big purpose of it is going to serve. I know that YouTube, they often fashion themselves to be kind of like a Facebook. Facebook has 2 different sides where you're successful. You have your personal page on Facebook and you have your business page on Facebook. But with YouTube right now, we just only have that one page. We have like our community and then we have like our playlists and stuff. But I think that YouTube is trying to streamline that to where it kind of works in both directions. And so they're putting forth a whole lot more effort when it comes to the community posts. They're showing them a whole lot more. They're getting way more impressions than long form content videos sometimes. So if you're noticing that your views are short, start to post more pictures, not just word, pictures, and not necessarily all AI, real pictures of you, real pictures of what you're doing, outside scenery, real stuff that's going on, because there's something to it. And you guys will see, like, your views on even your community posts, they're just going to start to go up and up and up. And it's a very simple way to keep yourself in the algorithm. But also, you guys know, I like to talk about things that are going to give you a very good work-life balance. When it comes to community posts, that is something that you can pre-schedule. I pre-schedule, and this is how you guys know that I'm pre-thinking about the content that I'm putting out. I'm no longer just flying by the seat of my pants when it comes to what I'm doing on my page. I'm thoughtful with it, and I'm putting together a 1-week outline. So the first thing that I do is go through and I schedule 7 community posts for the week. So those are on automatic. They're already going to go Monday, Tuesday through Thursday, and I don't have to worry about that. Now I can focus on my videos Mondays or Tuesdays and Thursdays, and hopefully I'll be able to increase that momentum on the videos.
Wow. Now, this is something new to me. Now, I can say this. I did know about the community posts. And let me say that I've heard Kenny K talk about it. I heard several other content creators talk about it. I also hear, I've heard, Red's Room. In the community here, we believe in supporting each other by sharing our lives and bigging up, so we say big up, but making other content creators known by posting on our community tab. We're strong about that. But what you're talking about, Tiff, now that was something that I didn't know about as far as posting the pictures, and they're getting watch time too. I didn't know that now. Now this is something new here. So what I told you.
And it's literally very, very new. It's so new, but it's, and I keep up on all of those things. Like whenever YouTube launches a test feature, I instantly activate it and start using it. If they give me pop-ups or they ask for feedback about that test feature, I give feedback. I'm detailed with the feedback so that they can keep sending me those test features and allowing me to participate in that YouTube creator community so that, I can share it with you guys. And that's what I do a ton of times. I instantly turn around and share it with you guys. I just had to be more thoughtful on how I was sharing it.
Okay, well, you're sharing it. You telling me something new. Now listen. Now I remember Kenny K saying she talks a lot about posting things on the community posts and things like that. But as far as I just sometimes stuff go over my head. But that's why I say sometimes it's good when you have somebody just break it down right in front of you. Because I would see people posting pictures and things like that. But I just what I'm saying, I throw a picture up there every now and then, throw a post up here every now and then, but I didn't, I didn't know about this. So now I know. So that's definitely something I want to start doing. And listen, that's for everybody who's still trying to get their W8. Everybody who's still trying to get their extra, we're trying to get there. So everybody, there's different ways to do things. We're just helping each other. We want to be able to share information to help one another. Because listen, just like Tiff said, I don't know about nobody else, but I'm with you, Tiff. I don't do the, I do it because I love it. I do enjoy doing it. But our time is valuable. And I feel like if you put some time in the stuff, you ought to get compensated for. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
They say they would.
And community is great. And I know that I talk to a ton of people and they're like, oh, I'm not in it for the money. I don't do it for the money. Well, you have grandkids. You have kids, you have something, you have a church family, you have a charity that you participate in. even if you can't use the money, you know someone that can. So why stress yourself out trying to work a ton of overtime? You know, if you can help bless someone else's life and enrich someone else's life with the money, then get the money for that purposes. But stop leaving money on the table. You don't do this for free. You had to do it for free for a whole year or until you got monetized. So if you're monetized and you're still telling yourself you're not doing it for the money, then maybe you need to rethink why you're doing it. Because if you're saying, I'm not doing it for the money, but I'm not getting any views, you wouldn't care if you weren't getting any views. Because those 5, 10, 25 views, you will be cool with because you're not in it for the money. But I'm here for the money. So I am going to continue to figure out, how do I increase my views? How do I increase my click-through rate? And how do I increase my AVD?
Child, we trying to secure the bag.
Yeah, I want the bag. I have kids, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to take a vacation. I don't have to, live better than the Joneses. Actually, I like to live under the Joneses. I don't like to let everybody know everything, but I want to be able to take a vacation and hang out,
exactly.
I don't want to work until I'm 75 years old. I still want to be able to look good. Y'all say I look good at 50. I want to be able to enjoy it.
Come on now. Yes, I agree. That's what they say. That's a foul wow. I don't know. One of them young folk be saying, I don't know. Neither what they said. They be saying something. They out there, child. They be saying they do stuff. You know what I'm talking about? I don't be knowing all that. But
I don't either.
Look, I love to be around the young folk. They help keep me, you know what I'm talking about? They help me. They keep me on top of things. But, I like to hang out with them. Now, but Tiff, girl, you look beautiful. I mean, you look amazing. And that's what it's all about. The one thing I can say, I do want to leave like a legacy too, because this is fun. It's what I'm saying, I love it, but I love doing this because I do want to sort of leave like a legacy, because we ain't gonna be looking this gorgeous all our life. We're gonna get, what I'm saying. So I want my children, my grandchildren, my children, and children's children to be like, oh, look at grandma, oh, look at auntie. You know what I'm saying? I want them to see the side of me when I'm all bubbly and fun, and just to see a side of me that maybe down the years they won't see. So to me, this is like also leaving a legacy. And in the meantime, I'm having fun with it. But I still, like you said, I want to secure the bag. I want to have a little extra things. You know what I'm talking about? I like to be able to go buy me a little nice purse every now and again. Let YouTube buy me something. Because that's our time. That part.
That part. Let somebody else buy it. I want to be like Bossy. I want to be like Mr. Beast, or maybe even not like Mr. Beast, but I want to be able to bless people like Bossy with an e-bike. You feel me? I want to be able to bless somebody, and sow into them and invest in them. And in order for me to do that, I need that extra capital.
We need that. All right, girl, we have a question in the chat from Miss Do It Yourself. She says, Tiff, how do you feel about unlisting, leaving one playlist and unlisting shorts? How do you feel about unlisting, leaving one playlist and unlisting shorts?
I did that. So I have Tiff Unfiltered, and I literally have 3 playlists. I have my YouTube Studio dashboard tutorials. I have Tiff Unfiltered, and I have my YouTube diaries. That's it. When it comes to shorts, I deleted a ton. I maybe have like 10 or 15 shorts right now. All of them, are tied to a video, but anything that was like the fun stuff, I got rid of. Even you're talking about legacy. I did want a video where I showed people how to bake a 7-Up cake. And that is one of my videos that did very, very well. And I did that video because every time my nephew goes to bake a 7-Up cake, he messes up and he burns it. But also it was my mom's recipe. So it was a great way for me to put it on the YouTube, let everybody learn from that recipe. And I knew that it was something that would be evergreen content. And what I mean by that, there were certain times of the year that I know that video was always going to get views. Mother's Day, Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, because those are the Southern soul food times where people are going to make a 7-Up cake. And that's when those videos were getting views.
Right.
But I had to get rid of it because it was on a playlist that wasn't making me anything. Like my Styled by Bezos, I loved to do those fashion vlogs, and there is a Tiff's Take channel for that. It's just not this one, but there is one for that, and it'll be coming soon one day, but I got to get this one in check first. When I went back and I looked, none of those things actually got me any subscribers, and all I gained from it was watch time and views. Now, during that time, that's all I cared about. But now I don't just care about watch time and views, because I know that I need the watch time and the views in order to add up to money. So I need retention on top of that. And none of those things were giving me any of that. I wasn't getting retention. I was only getting views. So get rid of all of the extra playlists. But playlists are good. And make sure that when you're doing your playlist, don't only give it a title. And when you are giving your playlist a title, you're going to scrutinize the title on that playlist just as hard as you would scrutinize the title for a video. You're going to also create a description for that playlist just as hard as you would create a description for a video. And the same thing for the thumbnail, if you're going to put a thumbnail on the playlist. If you do those things, that playlist will do what you want it to do, and it'll generate views. Like my YouTube Studio dashboard tutorials that 9 months later is the playlist that people go to. People go to that playlist more than they go to my YouTube diaries playlist, which is interesting.
Very interesting. So I hope that answered your question, Miss D. Do it yourself. I hope that helped kind of answer your question a little bit. Anthony is saying, teach, Tiffany, teach. So that's, I mean, listen. Honey Dip says, listen, Miss Tiff is dropping them gems up in here. So guys, listen, I'm gonna open the floor to you all. If you have questions, y'all drop it in the chat for Miss Tiff, and let's see, can we get some additional answers? Let's squeeze all the lemon juice out we can get. Let's just squeeze it out of it. Let's see what can we come up with. You guys got questions? Let's see. Okay, let's see. It seems like my thing is going a little slow over here. So she says, thank you so much. Miss Do It Yourself says, thank you, Tiff.
Thank you, Miss Do It Yourself.
I love questions, guys. I love questions. Make sure y'all don't be shy. Ask us some questions, because that's why we got an up hand. You know, we want to get everything we can get out of her tonight, honey. Before she go back to work, she got to go in and get her rest, her beauty sleep. She don't need much beauty sleep because she already beautiful. But we definitely want to utilize everything that we can get tonight, and utilize all of her knowledge on things about YouTube. It was a question I had for you. I should have written it down. I should have typed it. I had a question for you, Tiff. I said I want to make sure I ask you, but gosh, I can't even remember what it was. Lord have mercy. So let me ask you this though. I can. This is a question I can't ask you, because I know this is one of the things I know I struggle with. Okay, so most of the time when you do your channel reviews or audits, so to speak, and most people, this is what most people get. They say that the channels are kind of scattered, like we're confusing the algorithm. Okay, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. But here's my thing. There's so much stuff that I like to do, but I don't know what's the best thing to do. What's the key thing I need to focus on? So talk to us about how we need to hone in on something to not confuse the algorithm. That's been my problem. That's my problem right now.
It's interesting because I think that's just the one biggest unknown is I didn't know when I started my channel that there was a certain thing as a niche. I didn't know that you had to be very specific when it comes to your page. And it's interesting because when I first started, I was talking about YouTube. And I thought that my growth was slow and delayed. And now that I look back at it, I realized that it was me that messed it up. It was going in the right direction. And then I messed it up because I started adding in other things. I added in the BET Music Awards. And the BET Music Awards had absolutely nothing to do with becoming a content creator on YouTube. And that's where I made the mistake when it comes to shorts. Because the majority of the subscribers that I gained on my page came from those BET Music Award shorts. And none of them were ever going to watch the long form content that I had on my page because it was all about becoming a content creator. And they didn't care about that. They were there for the comedy. So that was mistake number one. And then I started with Vlogtober. Now, Vlogtober, it taught me a lot because it taught me the vlogging style. It taught me how to speak better on camera. It taught me editing, which is something that I wasn't doing prior. It taught me how to do voiceovers, how to actually use AI to create different scenes. So Vlogtober, I learned a lot from it, but the videos that I created did not help my channel. They hurt my channel, and I just didn't understand it at that time. And it's funny because like even here recently, a guy that watches my channel, and I didn't know that he watched my channel, but he did like a shout out to me and he tagged me on it. And I discovered his channel, and he has like 192,000 subscribers. So I'm like looking at his page and I'm like, well, you have 192,000 subscribers, but you barely get 50 views a video. What happened? Where did your subscribers come from? Because the analytical brain of me was saying you bought them.
Oh, listen, girl, stop right there. I gotta listen. You perfect question I got for you because my girl was just gonna. I said I'm gonna ask this question next. TT said, "What is your take on promoting?" And you walked right into that. That was the next question. So go ahead on TT. She's gonna answer your question. Go ahead, Tiff.
Promoting is just that. It's just gonna get you eyes. And I used to do this. So I used to buy promotions on Facebook for certain events. I used to buy them on YouTube and TikTok. And promotion is just that. It is going to guarantee that you get a certain amount of impressions. So if you spend $20, YouTube is going to guarantee that you get 1,000 or 2,000 impressions, okay? But that doesn't guarantee that those people are actually going to watch your content. And it doesn't guarantee that they're going to subscribe to your content. And then this is the even bigger catch, though, is that if they do watch and they do happen to subscribe, it doesn't count. So you might as well keep your money.
Right.
Because what's the point of paying for it if it doesn't count?
Exactly. So that was perfect timing because TT had popped the question up. I saw the question. That was gonna be the next question. That goes to show you that sometimes, just like you said, this person had all these subscribers. They had thousands of subscribers, but when they go on a live stream or their videos, they're getting 2 or 3 watch hours. They're getting 2 or 3 people in the chat with them. So it's like, now if you got all these subscribers, then where the people at? You know, so I used to wonder about that. And then it may start making sense. And I start hearing, other people talk about what was going on behind the scenes. So as they say, everything that glitter ain't gold.
That's right. And this guy, even in particular, because I always want to know why. I'm nosy. Okay. I was going to ask him instantly because we didn't know each other like that. then. But now I'm comfortable, and I asked him. But I went and I looked and I was like, okay, well, what happened? Where is his outlier video? And I found it. He has a video, 45,000 views, and a couple that have 20,000, 5,000, 7,000. He's up there. So where did he go wrong? He started talking about YouTube on a page that was built on quinceañeras. You just can't go way left.
Right.
If you gained 15,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers from people that showed up to see quinceañeras and photography stuff, you can't just all of a sudden switch and start talking about YouTube, or just thinking that you want to be a motivational speaker, because those 100,000 people, they could care less. They only want you to take photos. And I told them that you're going to have to decide what you want to do on this page. But if you want for your subscribers to come back, you have to delete all of these lives. You have to delete everything that has not have to do with photography and quinceañeras, so that the algorithm, your audience, because the algorithm is nothing but people.
It's audience, right?
People satisfaction score. That's it.
That's it.
So if the people don't like what you're doing, then the algorithm is going to turn you off. They're going to stop you. They're not going to let you continue. They're not going to continue to spend money on something that is not making money. And that's just it.
Yeah. It's a business. It's, people say what they want. It's a business. Now, Big Rick.
And I'm going to tell you, your channel is far more valuable if you don't do promotions. See, that's what companies pay for. Right. Companies pay for impressions, because we all fast forward past commercials. Okay. Like I have a DVR because I don't want to watch commercials on television. I have YouTube Premium because I don't want to watch commercials. Okay. So companies pay for promotions because they want impressions. But if you're not paying for it, the organic growth, that is where your channel becomes more valuable. That's where you're going to make a bag, is when you can get organically what companies are paying for.
Well said. Well said. All right. All right. TT, we got our answer. Okay. So listen, Tiff, Big Rick has a course. I'm assuming it's a course. He's like, impressions, like, maybe he's asking what are impressions, for those of you don't understand what impressions are.
So impressions is how many times somebody sees it. The way that I like to think of it is, okay, so your thumbnail, my thumbnail is my outfit. You know, I get dressed to go out. So I'm going to put on an outfit that for me makes me feel really good, so that when I'm out, people are looking at me. And when people are looking at me, that's the impression. Okay. They see me. But then also what I want you to come up and talk to me. That's the click-through rate. So when someone actually comes up and asks you for your phone number or asks you for your name, that's the click-through rate. And how long they sit there and talk to you, that's the average view duration. Ooh. Think of it like that. Life skills.
I saw you do that example on one of your videos, girl. I was watching. I said, yeah, that's where she's going. That's where she's going. That's a very good example. I mean, perfect. That explained it to a T. I mean, you can't get it no plainer than that. A great example. So thank you for that. Like I said, you make things very easy to understand. It's just, you know, basic. I like basic, baby. I don't like stuff to be all, you know, all above my head. Make it where I can understand.
Straight, no chaser.
Right, exactly. Straight, no chaser. Give it to me straight. Red's room, you hear that? Straight, no chaser, like you like yours. You know what I'm talking about? But who says this? Let's see. Let me highlight some of the folks in the Daily Motivation says this is really good. We eating it up, Tiff. We're eating it up. We are eating it up. So, and we're just having a great time understanding, learning some things that maybe we didn't know. We might have had some questions about it. Maybe some things we felt like we was going in the wrong direction. Maybe we felt like we were going in the right direction. Tiff making it plain. Tiff's take. So I'm telling you, if you guys are really, really want to deep dive a little bit more, make sure y'all going over there and check out her property. Go check out her property. Go to her real estate. Y'all walk on by and check out her real estate. Put it like that. Y'all go on over there and check out the real estate. Baby, she got it all lined up. Baby, she got a nice, beautiful balconies, honey. She got a pool in the back. Go on over there to her real estate and check it out. And look, she feeds y'all. She don't do us like Red Room do us on the plane. She gonna feed you, baby. You'll have some good food over there. Go on over there and check it out. So, guys, listen, if you have any more questions, please, please, please make sure drop the questions in the chat right now. Drop them in the chat. And one more thing, guys, if you guys are enjoying Tiff, put something in the chat. Throw some fire in the chat. Put something in there, some hearts. Let Tiff know that we appreciate her and that we're just enjoying this conversation, y'all. Make sure y'all do. Come on now. Let's drop some hearts in the chat. Drop something in the chat. Let's get it going. Let her know how much we appreciate her. Cheryl's in the house. She's saying, what she said? Who said they subscribed to you? TT says she subscribed to you long time. She subscribed long time.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, honey. They're dropping the fire in the chat. We got fire in the chat for you, baby. They're dropping the fire, honey, because this is amazing. I knew it was going to be. You. I knew it. Cheryl was dropping fire, dropping it in the chat. This is going to be good. Answer got the heart. Oh, my goodness. Big, let's see what Big Rick said. He said the sister know her stuff. That what Big Rick says. The sister know her stuff. You know what you're talking about. Because you know why she know? She is one of those, what she said, you said you knows it. I don't say you knows it, Tiff. I just say that you want to get to the bottom of things. And you get to the bottom of it and you help and you share with others. So I appreciate that.
Oh, that's what it is. I like to know for myself. You know, somebody can tell you anything.
Right.
I just have to know it for myself. I have to understand it. I have to wrap my eyes around it, my hands around it, in order for me to get the concept of it so that I can break it down, you know, because I can get it on the technical side, but that's not the way that I vibe. So if I'm hands-on, I can break it down to where I can understand it. I like cliff notes.
Yes, yeah, and I appreciate that too, because that's what I like to it's to me it's easy. I like hands-on too. I like to do stuff hands-on because sometimes you just reading stuff or you just what I'm saying, but when you can get it, break it down when you can get it, because I have those aha moments. Anybody else have aha moments? I have those aha moments. Like tonight, Tiff, I had an aha moment when you were talking about those thumbnails, and then you were talking about dropping the pictures and stuff on the community post. I had an aha moment. So I don't know about nobody else, but I will have an aha moment in a minute.
I say, Tiffany had an epiphany. That's when I have an epiphany. I'm like, Tiffany had an epiphany.
Tiffany had an epiphany. I love it. I love that. I love that. All right, guys, come on now. Let's figure out what's going on. Let's figure out. You got questions. Let's see. Rick wants to drop the channel in the chat.
Let me see.
Drop it in the chat. Go ahead and put something in the chat so they can see you and go on over there. Okay. This is her channel. Well, this is. Did I put her main channel? Let's see. I was trying to see, did I just put a picture of it now? Okay, so there should be a link in the chats for you. It should have a picture right there.
Should be optimized, so as soon as you type in Tiff's, I should pop up. And that would be for another chat, but
yes,
what being fully optimized is. But
she's fully optimized.
Keep your channel name simple. And sometimes simple is not just your name. You'll see there were other Tiff's takes in there when I started, but I climbed my way up from the bottom to become the #1 Tiff's take when you pop it in and you start typing Tiff's. So make sure that you do that. Use something that is simple, not all super long, so that people can roll it off. You can just, because everybody don't even spell good nowadays. You want it to be something simple. Thank you so much,
definitely.
Big Rick.
Big Rick said he's so. Now listen, guys, I gotta say
Now,
this to you.
Big
Well,
Rick,
I
I
might.
believe that I've watched you. Big Rick and I believe Red's Room, they do collabs together.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that correct? Have I seen you guys together?
No,
So
no, no,
I
no. You're
learned.
thinking about Winstone. He
No,
does kind of favor Winstone.
Windstone. Okay.
Yes, he do kind of favor him in the
I'm telling you,
thumbnail.
I learned a lot from you guys. Red, when you had your experience with
Oh man.
demonetization, I listened to every one of those lives
Yeah.
because I just wanted to learn. Sometimes people are like so busy in the chat, and when I just need to get the information, I'll just kind of pull back because I don't want to miss with what you're saying. So Reds, thank you so much for just being very open with what happened to you and your demonetization, because I learned a lot from the things that you shared.
Oh, blessing, blessing. Nephew says I appreciate it. So I call him nephew. You know, I have several nephews. They got a pecking order, right? So Red's Room is nephew number one. Wait, make sure Winston in it. Make sure Winston ain't in the chat nowhere. Oh, he was in the chat. He ain't in the chat, but you know what? I love them equally. But Red's, I say he's my number one nephew. He's really like a great mentor to me. He just, you know, just like you said, I learned so much from him. Just got connected with so many great people in the community. I absolutely just love the community that I'm a parts of many communities, but Red don't like to say his community, but I say he's like an octopus. He be right. He got all the tentacles. They go everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They be everywhere. So it's just
Yep,
people rally around
it's all
him.
over.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He really is a great guy. He's I just love nephew. That's why I call him nephew. So I've learned a lot from him. And I keep telling him he needs to go ahead on and because he did this OBS. He just started doing OBS and he has pretty much mastered it. I said, baby, you can go on and start teaching some classes, get you some coins up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
While you're waiting on your monetization to come back in effect. You can be still be making you some little coin, you know what I'm talking about?
And
Oh,
actually, while you say classes, so I've been thinking about it. Is maybe doing some Saturday sessions where I can help people do analytics on their channel. I would want for, you know, we would have some conversations to where I would be able to show you how to go into YouTube Studio dashboard, select all of your analytics with the exception of, you know, your revenue, and send me a PDF of all of your analytics or an Excel document of your analytics, and allow for me to use your analytics to analyze your channel. Ooh. And then give people just kind of feedback, channel suggestions, thumbnail suggestions, video suggestions, suggestions on content to maybe get rid of. And even maybe if you have a channel that's scattered, a suggested niche. And it's not suggested, it's based on the data. So not just based on feelings, but based on numbers and facts. So thinking about doing something like that, if you would be interested in it, email me, because I would like to, you know, just kind of find out who would be interested in something like that. My first people will be free.
Okay. Listen, she dropping all these gems. Like, you can't give away all the gems right now. I gotta save some.
Okay, Rick.
I love it. Amazing. I'm definitely gonna be in on that group. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in on that. Be a part of the members, the founding members of that group. Honey, I'm definitely want to get in on that, Tiff, because you have a lot to share. You have a lot of knowledge. So definitely. So again, guys, if you guys got questions, did I miss anything? I think somebody else had a question. Oh, I think TT had another question. She was asking about how do you feel about the collabs? You know how the people will, and I'm guilty of it too. We all probably guilty. You know how they have the collaborations where you see like a real popular video and you do a short, and you get a lot of views. You know what I'm saying? On those shorts.
Mm-hmm. Shorts drive views. People just need to know that just a short will drive views, and a short will drive subscribers. It's just not going to necessarily drive money. And that's the big thing that people don't get about shorts. This is what it is. I doubt 90% of people don't even know how they get paid on shorts. They don't know how they get paid. You know, you don't have an RPM on shorts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever your RPM is on your long form content video, that's not for shorts.
Nope.
Shorts money is actually like being paid. It's like tipping out the bartenders at a restaurant. You know, when you are at a restaurant, you might be the server and you ultimately get the tip, but you have to tip out the cook and the bus boys and all of that. Think of shorts revenue that way. All of the shorts revenue goes into a big pool across all content creators. And then YouTube gives each content creation or content creator a couple of cents. So there is no RPM with it. You have to do millions of views. And I do have a good short strategy that came from Roberto Blake. And I just haven't tested it out yet. Like I had started it, but then I stopped it. But I'm gonna like ultimately do a page to where I can start it and see, because I've seen people get monetized off of a short. It is 100% possible, but there's very little revenue in it. People that are making money that have pages that are solely off of shorts, they're doing a lot of brand deals and they are doing a lot of affiliate marketing. They're not just only making money off of shorts.
TT, calm down, TT. Leave me be, TT. I see you trying to throw a little shade. It's all good. She said, TT, she said, Auntie, ask her about your collaborations. Well, listen, I be getting up there doing a little every now and then, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's fun, but like I said, you get views. You will get views and you get subscribers.
Taking somebody else's short and you're responding to it, just the content creator is getting paid. And I don't see anything wrong with doing it because those are the kind of shorts that go viral. But I would caution you, don't do it until you're 100% fully monetized, not just partially monetized. Fully monetized. Because when you're fully monetized, all 50 cents add up. But if you're trying to get fully monetized, those little bits of shorts, they hinder you from getting to your overall goal. So I'm not saying that the collabs don't work, because eventually they do pay. But wait until after you're fully monetized to go all in on the collabs, because they do get views.
Yeah. They do get views, but this you get the coins that they say pennies on the dollar. Pennies on the dollar.
Yep. Pennies on the dollar.
Let me see what TT's saying. I'm trying to read. She said if you blow up, it would trigger them. Okay, so basically what TT is saying is if you get these shorts that you're doing collabs on, because I think a couple of the crew here had some really big collab shorts to blow up and get like thousands of subscribers, views and subscribers. So they feel like it might have triggered the bots to take a closer look at their channel, and a lot of times that may have caused them to flag other things once they saw like, how did this short get all these views and subscribers? Something's fishy here. So she's saying, she feels like you need to be real careful about that. Like I said, you do it, but you know what I'm saying, don't. It could work for you, but it could also work against you. We just don't know sometimes what triggers, you know what I'm saying? But that's happened with a couple of people in the chat. So I don't know. I'll do one every now and again. I ain't gonna tell no lie. I do me one every now and then because I see something be real funny, or I see it's like, okay. And then, you get viewed, but it's all right. I'm fully monetized.
Yeah. Yeah, we're saving those for my Facebook page. I'm funny on Facebook, on YouTube.
Right.
And I'm funny on TikTok.
It's funny, you know what I'm saying? We do what we do, but I'm just glad to get some information. A lot of this stuff that people we really just didn't know about, and you brought some attention to a lot of things that we can be more attentive to make sure we don't make these same mistakes. And one thing I can tell y'all, and I said this months and months ago, and I keep saying it. I don't know how many people still be doing this kind of stuff, and then when they see certain things happening with their watch time and different stuff happening, they're trying to figure out what's happening. And if people are still trying to get monetized and they're doing the still images on these live streams, letting them run, you may look like you getting by. But when it comes down time to get monetized, it's gonna be telling you, because they're gonna flag you now. I'm just saying, just like you said. Now that girl that we saw in the hallway, I don't know how this sister girl was getting all this. She was getting so many views, Tiff.
Well, she goes. Notice though, she goes away for months on end.
For months on end.
And then she comes back. And now the views are lower and lower. She used to get like 50,000 views. She's lucky if she gets 500.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of people coming on, and they would be critical. They'll be saying all kind of harsh, horrible things about the lady and everything.
Oh,
like, well, they were mean to her. They were real mean, but she was getting abused. But I said the same thing. I was like, I don't know how this keep happening, but sooner or later, you know, the algorithm and whoever is going to put a stop to it, and they did. But I don't know what went on with that. But we know she was there, and then she disappeared, and then she came back, and now it's not the same. So that's all I'm saying. But just be mindful of what we're putting out there. We don't want to do this low effort content. It's not going to benefit you. And then, like you said, the reuse content, all this kind of stuff. And some things we just don't know. We didn't know. Maybe we didn't understand. The fine print is there. They got it in the fine print. But sometimes we just overlook it, or we just don't understand it. Because with me, Tiff, now I didn't even know that you can get flags for using your own content. You mentioned something similar to that. Yes. Your own content. Now let's talk about that just a little bit.
So, I mean, a lot of people, they'll reuse their own content. Maybe they start another page and they'll reuse their own content. Or even you'll reuse your own content in multiple videos. You have to be very careful with how you use stuff. And believe it or not, like some people, they're like, oh, my videos didn't get posted. Be careful even when you're doing collabs. Make sure that you take off TikTok if you're doing a TikTok collab. Take off their logo. Make sure you take off Facebook or Instagram. You need to have an app or software that is going to allow for you to just download the raw video and not put another logo on there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when you do that, those also slow down too. YouTube doesn't like that. Reused content also is something that you post the exact same thing across other social media platforms. If you put the exact same short on TikTok that you put on YouTube and you put on Instagram and you put on Facebook, well, everybody's algorithms talk to each other like police departments. So they don't like that. It's reused content. They want to make sure that they're your end all be all. They want you to give them your best. So what you put on Facebook, make it different than what you put on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, for me, y'all, I'm only on this one little platform right here, and this is YouTube. I've never been on any other social medias. I'm old school, y'all. I never did do the Facebook. I ain't never do the Facebook. I did download the TikTok app, but only because I was trying to get to the TikTok shop. So I don't do anything else.
TikTok shop.
You don't do TikTok shop?
I do not. But it's funny because I might be a salesperson on TikTok shop coming up very soon. So I talked myself into being a brand ambassador for TikTok shop. So I might be the new face of a brand on TikTok, even though no, I've never purchased anything off of TikTok shop.
I know I heard you talk about a commercial or something you were doing. I don't know if you want to let the cat out of the bag on that or not, but I know you talked about it. Tiff said she got to go incognito now.
No, I can't share it just yet.
Okay. I got you.
My son is about to kill me because he's hungry. He's ready for dinner.
Okay. Well, listen, I don't want to hold you too much longer. I thank you so much today. We've been on here over how long you been? A good little while. But So I just want to say thank you so much, Tiff, for all of your wisdom, your gems. Thank you for everything that you shared with us thus far. Did we freeze?
Yeah, Miss TT got 4. Don't do that.
What happened? I'm sorry, I'm missing stuff, but anyway, so I don't know if you can still hear me, but thank you guys, everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for the memberships, for the everything, the attention you guys have paid to the fabulous host, Tiffany from Tiff's Tape. Remember what I said, guys. If you are we skipping? What's going on here? Froze. Oh, okay. Okay, there she is. There she is. But anyway, guys, look, thank y'all so much for everything with me. Tiff, I don't want to hold you too much longer, but listen, anytime I get a chance to pick your brain, I'm there. I'm all for it. I will be continuously watching your content and learning and growing. I hope that the people in the chat tonight learned some things, got some things off their chest, just got some information that is to be useful for these YouTube streets. So, Tiff, thank you so much. Any closing remarks before I let you go, darling?
Oh, thank you for having me. And this was great.
Yeah.
I love it. Ma'am. Just thank you so much for opening your platform to me. Thank you for sharing your community with me, and just for being an awesome host. This went by so quick. You're very easy to talk to. So I just appreciate you. I appreciate everyone in the chat for showing up, for showing out, for listening. And if anything at all that I can do in order to help any of you guys, if you have a question at all, please feel free to reach out. My name is spelled with 2 I's. So it's Tiffani, Tiffany. So Tiffany's Take at gmail.com. There are no dumb questions, just dumbass answers. And I promise not to give you one.
I love
it. Thank you.
Blessings. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Tiff. Until we see each other again, you have a blessed night. Get you some rest and get prepared for tomorrow's back to the old job again, the old salt mine, as we call it.
I know. Thank you.
My darling.
Have a great night. Thank you so much.
All right. Blessings. Thank you too. Bye. All right, guys. That is my girl. I absolutely love Tiff. She's been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I just want to say thank you so much, guys. Are you being so attentive? Everything. Welcome in the Nichols. Welcome in everybody that I didn't get a chance to say hello to. Guys, listen, I did not want to be rude at all. I didn't want to interrupt the flow as Tiff was talking. This has been a very informative session with over here at the Creators Corner with Mrs. G, your favorite auntie, and Tiffany from Tiff's Take. So, guys, we're going to get ready to try to do a raid real quick. Everybody keeps saying raid. I'm trying to see who can I raid, y'all. I'll tell y'all right now. Miss G going to put it all on the line. If the sensei is not raidable, and I send y'all over there, and we crash, it is what it is. I'm ready to take responsibility for it. Okay, nephew? Okay. Nichols, are you going live, baby? If you live, baby, we can raid on over there to you. You said you can't wait to get raided. I'm just saying. Oh, wait a minute. I see Shop Talk. Wait a minute. It's Kenny K Live. Shop Talk with YouTubers, Kenny K. Let me see. Listen, if Kenny K Live, y'all, we going to Kenny K. I'm just saying. If Kenny K is live, we going to Kenny K. All right, y'all. Y'all good? No, she ain't live. It's over because she got an hour and 19 minutes. It's gone. Never mind. Oh, you said Kim J Sweet. I don't know. Somebody, you got to drop her, check her name, and I don't know who this is. Kim. Let's see. Kim's Sweet and Healthy Life. I got to find her. I got to see her. I need to see that. I feel pressured. Oh my goodness. Unfiltered Maria. I don't see this person you're talking about, the boss way. Oh my God, y'all. Here we go, y'all. Here I go feeling pressure. Dating motivation. I feel pressure, y'all. I feel pressure. We're gonna listen. This person right here, I know she's live. We're gonna swing by Unfiltered Maria. Now I know her good, y'all. Y'all probably some of you guys probably know her as well. Unfiltered Maria is live. So we're gonna swing by the. Ooh, I hope she's still red. This might be a kamikaze. Okay, y'all. It might be kamikaze. If it is, I'm ready to take my whooping tomorrow, whenever. I'm ready for whoever to make a song about me. I ain't gonna be mad, but we're gonna swing on over there, y'all. We're gonna swing on over to Unfiltered Maria. Y'all know her. Y'all know if y'all don't know her, y'all get to know her. All right, guys. Y'all just the chat. Let me see. We're gonna put. We just gonna say Auntie Ray, Auntie G Ray. That's gonna be the command. Auntie, I'm gonna drop it in the chat. Auntie G Ray. Okay. She gonna be like, who Auntie G Ray? She gonna say she know Mrs. She know me as Mrs. G. Let's put Auntie G Ray. All right, so we're gonna do that. And listen, y'all know I love a little heart. I like to see pretty hearts and stuff in the chat. Let's drop some hearts in there, y'all. This is the command we're gonna put in. Y'all just copy and paste it, and we're gonna get on over there. All right, Auntie G Ray with the pretty hearts. How about that? Y'all see it? All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for hanging out. Until next time, be blessed. And I will see you guys over there. Let me hit save because I don't want to do like Fluffy Diva did the other day and then save and everybody was embarrassed. All right, guys. Have a good night.